Alright, what's up guys, it's KOSDFF here, and today I have something pretty cool to show you guys. As you guys know, I place a pretty high premium on having a beast-ass command center. The upgrades and everything I have behind me has been well documented on my YouTube channel, and today I want to show you guys basically the mobile version of that. Its long title is my mobile command center, but I've been referring to it in my vlogs as the Godtop. Now, I've actually been getting a whole lot of comments about it because I haven't shown you guys this computer at all. You guys saw it in all my travel vlogs and you're like, what is that computer? You know, if it's such a Godtop, tell us about it. Well, today's the day. As you guys know, I travel almost constantly, so having a computer that I can game on, make videos on, and render videos in under like freaking 2 hours. Otherwise, having a beast machine with me is extremely important, so it was almost perfect when Taiwan Excellence reached out to me and wanted to sponsor me to make this video. So huge shout out to them for partnering up with me to make this video and also for sending the godlike laptop. And if you're wondering who Taiwan Excellence is, it's a company founded by the Ministry of Economic Affairs in Taiwan to recognize amazing value and innovation in products coming out of Taiwan. And well, today we got really lucky because they sent us their flagship model of MSI's brand new Godtop series. Its actual title being the MSI GT83 VR Titan SLI 212. I tried to remember that, guys, but it was hard. But no, for all intensive purposes, this machine is probably the most godlike laptop that I have ever seen. Believe it or not, they have managed to fit this entire setup here into this tiny little machine. So today I'm basically going to review this computer. I'm going to show you guys all the really cool features, everything that I found important, all the things that gamers and video makers and travelers would like about it. And it's going to be really easy because there's so many things on this computer that are just so stand out. The first thing you'll notice is it has a fully built-in mechanical keyboard, making it the first gaming laptop ever in all of time to ever have a fully cherry RGB mechanical keyboard in here, and I think it's by SteelSeries. And if you're unfamiliar with what RGB means, it basically means I can change all the colors of all these keys to make it do whatever I want. And of course, it's a cherry mechanical keyboard, so it's got that amazing click that all gamers love, but everybody else that's around us hates. Even Marble's impressed. Now, real computer people might have noticed when I read out that extremely lengthy title that I said SLI, meaning there's most likely 2 video cards in this. Well, you are correct. Also, if you're a computer person, you know pretty much the main enemy of like circuit boards and computers is heat, and that video cards create an amazing amount of heat. So there's an incredible amount of innovation in this computer for it to have 2 video cards in it, enabling you to play all those like really beast games. And I've played a whole bunch of them on it, which I'm gonna get to here in a bit. Over the last 2 or 3 weeks, I've gamed on this thing, I've edited videos, I've traveled with it. I feel like I've given it a pretty extensive test, pushing it to the limits of just about everything it can do, and not once did this thing overheat or get too hot. And I wasn't always inside in air-conditioned rooms, but they fit 3 fans and 15 heat tubes to basically combat all that heat, and it does an amazing job, which allows the SLI video cards to perform at like peak performance. Now, the second thing I noticed when I got this computer, obviously the first thing being the mechanical keyboard. The fact that this laptop has one built in is just epic. But notice this thing had 2 power supplies, which yet again relates back to it having 2 video cards. Having that much GPU in this computer forced them to innovate kind of a way to power it, because obviously it sucks a lot of juice into this machine. So the solution was pretty innovative. They have 2 power supplies that combine into the back of the computer to power everything. I have never seen a laptop have that before, but then again, I've never had a laptop I could kill a camel with. So not only do the games look great, but they actually ran great as well. I played all 3 of my favorite first-person shooters, and there wasn't any lag or screen tear. There was no need for VSync. I was able to cap at a nice smooth 60 frames per second. I even tested it at 120, and I ran a couple games at 300 frames per second and was able to record on them flawlessly and play at the same time, which signified to me that this computer can actually handle a large amount of multitasking, most likely the result of having an NVMe SSD with Super RAID 4, which allows the disk to read at like 3,300 megabytes a second, just making everything just super smooth. Now, I don't know about you guys and your experience, but a lot of the times when I get laptops, the screen or the panel or the display is actually pretty dull, not exactly very vibrant, and if you turned it all the way up, it would just drain the battery in like 2 seconds. This display, on the other hand, has IPS and TrueTeller technology, and MSI fine-tunes these things one by one to make sure it is the most amazing display possible. To be honest, when I was evaluating this computer, I was just shocked by the level of depth in this display. Games are getting absolutely ridiculous nowadays, and having a machine that can keep up with the innovation and technology of the game is just so important. When I was playing through the campaign of my favorite FPS shooter right now, it was just like I could reach my hand into the actual screen and just grab stuff. And not only that, the game sounded great as well. As you guys know, most laptops don't have very good onboard speakers. They're quiet and low. Nah, these things get loud as could possibly be. They have DIN audio for the speakers, and ESS Sabre hi-fi for the headset, and now he make 2 sound software, so everything sounds amazingly dynamic and crisp. And as you guys know, putting music into my vlogs is probably my favorite part of making vlogs, or at least, you know, the editing part of it. And I definitely wasted about an hour or 2 just jamming out to music before I actually edited my last vlog, so sorry about that. And if you're a true gamer and you plan on buying one of these laptops and bringing it to any LAN events, you know, having a good LAN card is extremely important. And it comes with a killer gaming network E2500, so that's not going to be an issue for you if you grab this thing. Alright, now I wanted to talk about a couple features on this laptop that they didn't tell me to talk about. First one being the inclusion of a card reader and plenty of USBs, as that's extremely important when you're traveling and you have a whole lot of peripherals. Also something I've never seen in a laptop before, they finally put the trackpad to the right of the keyboard. Every other single laptop I've ever had the keyboard up here and the trackpad would be down here somewhere, which is extremely unnatural. Finally they included it over here, and it's actually pretty responsive. It's also got this cool feature as doubling as a number pad, so you actually still have your number pad over here, so you don't completely lose that. And it looks cool too, so that's always a bonus. I also wanted to make sure and show you guys these massive vents that are on the side of both of the GPUs so that all that hot air is blowing out on the side of the computer versus down at your lap or up through the keyboard. It also has an HDMI, mini USB, and like, I don't even remember what the heck that kind of cable connection that is, but basically it has everything you need to plug your laptop into your hotel's TV if the display isn't quite big enough for you and all your friends, or you just want to watch movies. Something that I do with my laptop almost every time I travel. Now if you've been paying attention to my Twitter, you know I'm actually currently traveling right now. So all the videos and vlogs and everything that you've been seeing on all my channels for like the past week have all been made on this computer. Once again, if you guys want to go check out this computer, there's a link in the video description below that you can go check out all the specs, everything that this computer offers. I'm sure I didn't get to everything. Once again, huge shout out to Taiwan Excellence for sending me this amazing computer. I really needed it. But with that being said, I've actually got to go pack for all that traveling I just mentioned. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. See you guys tomorrow.